Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the street, every freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like. Where's the fun in doing what you're told? But I don't mind even though I lose control. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. So call me whenever, 'cause a night like this, it never gets old. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the street, every freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like. So baby, come and take my hand tonight, and know that everything will be alright when we dance and we fall and we don't care at all. Now we just sing the la 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 la. Sing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like.
So that track was longer than I expected. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? I hope y'all are surviving if you're living in the dreaded zones of the heat wave. Actually, I don't know if it's a global thing right now or not. Anyway, it's been really hot here, so I know how long this stream is gonna be. I've also been very, very busy, but what I can tell you guys is that I got a lot of really cool content coming for you, and not all of it is Overwatch. One of which I can show you today. I'll show you a teaser today for a new upcoming video. Probably going to be up next week. That's not Overwatch. The other one I cannot show you because it's sponsored and it needs to be approved first. Anyway, I'm super happy about you guys being here. If anything breaks, I said I will squarely blame YouTube and this new overlay they forced on me. Realistically, I have to point a table fan at my router so it doesn't overheat. But it says excellent connection right now. Just to give you an idea of like what I'm dealing with here right now with this overlay, it's giving me two different numbers for concurrent viewers, and I feel like neither of them are correct. So here we are. Alright, let's see if live scene works. Also, my microphone, I feel like, is on its last legs. I feel like it's about to die, so. Anyway, Sea of Thieves stories, please. You got it, Owen, that's exactly what I'm working on right now. Sponsored content, yes. No, it's not a dedicated gameplay video for Raid Shadow Legends. They didn't pay me enough. Anyway, so, as y'all seen, I've been getting a little overzealous with next Overwatch stories. You can see the title, Everybody Hates Brigade. I don't know that this is accurate, to be honest. I feel like most of the people that hate Brig are competitive players, or like they main specific heroes. But I feel like it was a really nice clickbait title, so here we go. So, we're gonna do this a little differently. Hey. This video is technically not sponsored, and this stream is technically not sponsored. But, disclaimer, I am a Humble Bundle partner, and I have an affiliate link in the description of my videos. So what I'm about to show you is technically not sponsored, but it is a product endorsement. So, because so many people always ask me, yo Cliff, what software are you using? What do you think should I start off with? I'm just gonna play this ad right now, and then you'll see what I'm selling, essentially. Hey, do you want to make videos like me? Well, you're in luck because my partner Humble Bundle is currently offering a bundle filled with audio and video editing software to get you started. They're even offering an updated version of the editing software that I started off with right here on this channel. And the best thing? You can choose where your money goes. So even if you can't stand my face, you can make sure that your money ends up where it makes a difference. So what are you waiting for? Check out my affiliate link in the description below and get editing. Alright, so because I feel like a lot of people that watch my editing streams are actually interested in editing. So here's my affiliate link. And if you guys want to give me a cut, go do that. I'm not going to tell you who to give what percentage. What I will say is, please don't forget the charity, alright? It's all for a good cause, so just consider it. That's all I want to say. Just please consider not forgetting the charity. So if you're interested in editing, that ad is probably going to help you out with that. We are going to be editing this Overwatch stories, but it's going to be a little different. Usually I show you guys the intro. I'm not going to show you the intro today, but I will show you like where the episode itself starts. Just a little wishy-washy, to be entirely honest. We're going to the part where it's like our story today takes place on so-and-so map. So that's where we're going to be starting. And the reason for that is because I had to get ahead of schedule. I already, as you can see by the timer, I'm 6.5 minutes into this episode, and it's like 12.5 minutes long. So I'm most of the way done with this, and we're going to be continuing a little bit of editing. Now the question is, do we want to check out this Sea of Thieves teaser now or later in the stream? Just let me know in chat. No, you can't skip 30 seconds on the live stream. I was the Zenny Master. I don't know. Did you ask Jay Jonic? Kings Row? No, this is Route 66. Technically. Yeah, I had to be like very technical about it. Sea of Thieves, anytime, now. Tour, okay, cool. I'm wondering how much excitement there is for story videos that are not Overwatch. Because obviously, like, I haven't really uploaded a different game in a real long time. And I've really just been doing Overwatch stories. Route 66, SOT. Oh, I'll show you guys the teaser for SOT. This title is not accurate, by the way. It was a working title. I'll show you guys this teaser. It's going to be very laggy towards the end, and this is going to be replaced by artwork that isn't done yet. So, I'll show you guys this teaser. Hope you enjoy. One thing I love about Sea of Thieves is the fact that you never know what to expect, especially when you play an open cruise. Both your crewmates as well as competing pirates are usually fairly unpredictable. Every time you walk out of that tavern to get to your ship and raise the anchor, it could be the beginning of a brand new adventure. From fending off grand creatures, uncovering legendary loot, and being taken hostage on my own ship, every session of Sea of Thieves creates a brand new chapter in my book of tales. I've been very fortunate to experience many different facets of this game in the last little while, but just like any good story, it only makes sense to start at the beginning. Welcome to the Sea of Tales. I present to you the exclusive teaser for my new series on the channel, Sea of Tales. We got a really good one. I think this first episode turned out really well. I'm just waiting for artwork on it. I also got this Overwatch stories cooking, and another secret project that's a sponsor that I can't talk about, unfortunately. However, just know there's a lot of content coming. Not all of it is Overwatch, but I think all of it is super cool. So I can watch your last stream even though it's unlisted. Yeah, that's the point. There's a playlist of unlisted streams for anyone that wants to check them out. So I just know that Sea of Thieves is a really comedic and chaotic game, and Cliff, you could make a great story out of it. So yeah, I'm hyped. Yeah, dude, honestly, Sea of Thieves has like so much potential. Seriously, so much, and it's so fun. I tried out like 6 months ago, and I didn't like what they did with the swords, where like you got stun locked, but they removed that, and ever since they removed that stun lock on the sword, I was like, dude, this game is great. Octo is back? Hey, what's up, Octolink? Hey. What have I missed? Oh, you know, just a teaser for a new show on the channel. What do you think about the Zen experimental buff? Horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Everyone's gonna be like, wait, Zenyatta does too much damage, wait. But they didn't fix his hitbox, so he's still gonna be complete garbage. So there's gonna be, maybe, my prediction, maybe there will be like niche situations in high ladder gameplay or pro play where Zenyatta is good, but most people are not gonna be able to play him because like a Doomfist looks in your general direction, you're dead. And he's just gonna do more damage now. It's like, how does more damage help you right now? You're still gonna die, so. Hey, what's up, Lauren? Do you have any voice chat funny moments from any game? Not really. I mean, I don't really do that type of content anymore, to be honest. I'm weaving it into my other content. You know, this is like this. You know, Overwatch Stories is entirely cinematic, obviously. Heavy quotation, cinematic. But I do weave comms into my other series. Oh well, Sea of Tales anyway is gonna have some comms. I suppose I can show you what I mean real quick. So it's like there's a as you can see on this layer, this is in-game comms and this is narration. Apologies. So let's just so you have a general idea of what I'm talking about. A combat encounter that, quite frankly, would not prove to be much of a challenge at all. While most of the loot we found was fairly unimpressive, although that would change once I found one crucial item.
Should be one like, yeah, right here somewhere.
Ooh. So you see what I mean, right? I'm weaving narration in with in-game comms in Sea of Tales. And because it's just one camera, one point of view, it's far less production intensive, which means I can totally make a Sea of Thieves video and still work on Overwatch Stories, because Overwatch Stories just take so much time and effort to make, so. Cliff will sell it in his own style, don't worry, exactly, yes. If you like the pink bacon shapes, you're going to jail. What? What are we talking about? Bacon shapes? Please don't sell out and make a Minecraft survival hardcore series, but even if you do, I'll still watch. I mean, I'll make whatever I feel like making, honestly. And with the sponsored video that's coming up, I'm actually super happy that they did sponsor me, because the game is really cool. And I had a blast playing it, so it's kind of like, you know, you're being paid to play a really cool game and make a video about it. I don't know how it's gonna do, because I haven't uploaded different games in so long. I don't know how the new content is gonna do with Sea of Thieves and the sponsored one. You know, only one way to find out is by trying. So, but I will make sure that whenever I take a sponsorship, it's something that I think either you guys are interested in or something that I think is really, really cool. So, what music do you use in your videos? I saw I'm hearing Ace Combat music. Either video game or anime OSTs. So it's not too far off. I'm the one who recommended this game to you. In fairness, a lot of people said Sea of Thieves, and I've been thinking about Sea of Thieves for like 8 months now. I first tried out 6 months ago with Birdie, and it was really just the combat that I didn't like. The like low skill ceiling combat that was really frustrating. But ever since I fixed that, and now there's so much more content in Sea of Thieves, I definitely do see myself playing that longer. And actually, I have a lot of footage on my hard drive right now because I spent a lot of time in Sea of Thieves. So, in theory, I have enough content on my hard drive to make maybe 3 more episodes as is right now without even touching the game. So, if you're a fan of Sea of Thieves and you end up liking my Sea of Tales episode, just know, you know, if there's demand for it, I can always make more. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. I'm so sorry, but you're really overrated. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. It's true. There's so many people in chat right now. It makes me super happy, to be honest. Is the next episode of Briggy? Yes. Yes. I actually know why hitbox is big. You see, when making heroes hitboxes, they make the hitbox the size of their larger skin. So that the different skins... Yeah, but that's stupid. It's like, the entire character is just, you know, bullet magnet. I don't think that's the case, to be honest, because they adjust their skins after the fact, but still. Essentially, Sam, this episode is the finale of the Fun Police saga, where we had the beginning with the Sigma episode, where I got bullied by a Sombra. We got the last episode where I switched to Sombra, and now the final episode where I play Brig. How to edit fast? Experience. Shortcuts and experience. Maybe look up some forums are usually really good for that. Maybe there's some videos on shortcuts and how to like most efficiently use your shortcuts. I don't use a lot of shortcuts, so I'm also very slow at editing. But to me, the thing is, nothing I do is very complicated, so I don't feel like I need the shortcuts necessarily. It's mostly about like the creative process for me of making something. Because if I wanted, you know, if I wanted a technological edge, I'd probably use After Effects and what's the other one called? The other one Adobe makes, you know which I mean. At least Zen has those thunder thighs, true. Not a bullet, but a bully magnet? Well, that's why we're playing Brig now. Cliff, have you had a pizza? Have you had pizza shapes before? Pizza shapes before they were very good Aussie snacks. Sorry, I've never heard of that. Etangus. Pizza shapes. I have no idea, I'm sorry. What you not want an SR reset? Zupen, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't play competitive. I was always very against an SR reset back when I did play competitive, because in my mind, more information is always better than no information. And right now, you know, the matchmaker has a lot of information on our gameplay performance. Right now, I would tend to say yes, simply because they introduced so many new characters and they had so many busted metas with, like, you know, Orisa and Brig, people literally being able to boost from, like, Platinum to 4200 and stay there, that I do think by now, maybe an SR reset is not a bad idea. But again, it doesn't affect me, so I don't feel really strong about it. I hate YouTube's auto emoji. True? True. Alright, Lenny, I'll see you in a bit. I've never heard of pizza shapes, no, I have no idea what that is. In fairness, I don't know a lot about, like, Australians in general. Also, let's take a look at what I've done with this episode so far. All you guys have to know, you'll see the intro when the video launches, don't worry about it. All you have to know, this episode takes place on Route 66, and we're playing Brigade. So tape down those W keys and get ready to hold M1, because our story today takes place on Route 66. Now, before I go ranting about whether or not I like this map, I think I should highlight that I genuinely believe it to be really well designed. But do you ever just, completely at random, feel negatively about a map in this game solely based on your win rate? If I'm trying to assess it objectively, I really believe that this is one of the better maps in Overwatch. But for some reason, I can't help dreading the idea of playing on it just because I saw the defeat screen so very often on here. Whether I like it or not, we haven't had an episode on Route 66 in a while, and as such, it is time to storm out the gates and get this payload on the road. The defenders tactically positioned themselves to make use of the high ground and opted to not allow us to get on the court for free. Of course, my team was ready for that sort of challenge as we confidently marched up the ramp and pushed the enemies back into the dirt where they belonged. This was exactly the type of teamfight our composition excels at, fighting our opponents toe-to-toe until one side comes out victorious. Our initial goal, however, was merely the denial of high ground as we waited for the payload to continue moving forward. The enemy Ashe decided that no tricks were necessary as she drew first blood on our McCree, though that elimination did come at the cost of her own life. Their bodies, however, would be filled with life once again as our and their Mercy decided to undo the damage to have both of our teams fight each other at full strength. As the payload approached the first choke point around the corner, Reinhardt and I aggressively pushed on forward to make sure that the enemies can't get comfortable and set up another high ground defense. Habits and I were on the same page as we chased down their squishies as a sign of sheer disrespect. Neither their Ashe nor their Genji would get out alive, and we were confident that with an opening teamfight such as that, winning this game would be no trouble at all. But little did we know that, while we had been marching towards the enemy spawn, Archetype the Hammond player was busy stalling out the payload, thusly negating a lot of the benefits we thought we created by pushing up. But we cannot show our backs to the enemies, for such a retreat would turn the hunters into the prey. And as I watched Habits get flattened by the opposing Reinhardt, I decided that drastic measures had to be taken. I recklessly tossed my body at the opposition, hoping that I could buy Habits enough time to respawn and bring his ultimate to the front line. But despite popular belief, Brigitte cannot actually take on the entire enemy team on her own, and as such, I found myself eliminated. While my Hammond's minefield perfectly made use of the space I had created to deny entry to the payload, yeah, so that's where we're at now. I'm pretty much halfway through this entire video, and I hope we can make some good progress on stream today. I know usually I'm just like reading chat most of the time, and I don't edit a ton, but I'm trying to get some work done simply because I got so many projects going on right now. If you could have 3 heroes erased from the game, which would they be? Doomfist, Hammond, and Sombra. Easy. Your accent sounds so nice, man. Mine is shit. Listen. I don't believe that. It's all relative. It's all relative to taste, right? So, you shouldn't beat yourself up over an accent. I feel like that's silly, you know? You're you, and you're probably great. Should be an Overwatch caster. I did try casting once, actually. I'm not very good at it. All this is scripted. Me trying to do anything off the cuff. Whoo-wee. Not a good idea. So yeah, here's me scripting every last word I say to make sure I get across what I mean, because I can ramble on and on. My play-by-play was also awful. I found myself eliminated. While my Hammond's minefield perfectly made use of the space I had created to deny... Okay, so we're gonna need to slow this down, because we don't have any spare footage for this. While my Hammond's minefield perfectly made use of the space I had created to deny entry to the payload, it only took one player being able to bypass that roadblock to stop our advance. Their Genji's now... Okay, now I need to make sure that this is a smooth transition. Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove... Does that look good enough? I think it looks good enough, right? Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove to be just what they needed to invalidate most of our effort, as our entire team would get wiped out and had to go back to the drawing board. The defenders have 6... Okay, listen. That looked way cooler in my mind. I recorded this, I don't think I was looking. This actually, I thought the Genji killed like everybody. He got 1 kill. Okay, I feel like we just leave this like that. Have you had Vegemite? I've heard of it, I've never had it. I don't even know if they sell it where I live, so that's that. What character do you refuse to play? What character do you want to play but are trash at? I'm trash at Genji, and I would love to be good at Genji. I refuse to play Mercy. I was forced to play Mercy when I was playing competitive during the Mercy meta. Hated every last second of it. Like, actually every last second of it. Mercy to me is the most boring-ass character in the entire video game. Yes, even above Moira and Brick. I'd rather play every day of the week, I'll play Moira and Brick. Because at least I can piss off DPS players. Just kidding. I won't see a Thieves, but I'm worried that without any friends to play with, I'll be bored. Is this true? It's just my own paranoia. I mean, everything is more fun with friends, I'll tell you that much. For me personally, the thing is, if you're really hunting for PvP, I feel like solo is fine. Because, like, it's a challenge, taking out an entire crew on your own. If you're actually like a PvE Andy, and you just want to play solo, Sea of Thieves, I feel you're going to get bored really quickly. Definitely better with friends, and it's super chill with friends, because you have that, like, that downtime of sailing is really cool. Have you had CCs, better Doritos? I've no idea. Y'all coming up with all these, like, snacks and whatever that I've never heard of. Like, actually. Where do you come from? I'm from Germany, Lenny. Germany. How many of you guys in chat hate Brig, by the way? And how many of you that don't hate Brig also don't play competitive? Hey, what's up, Ronan? Do you like playing on console? In general, yes, but I don't play Overwatch on console. I don't even own Overwatch on console. Oh, we got one me. Okay, literally one person who hates Brig. Alright, it's good to know. Okay, never mind, there's more people. Okay, never mind. Y'all really don't like Brig, huh? Roadblock to stop our advance. Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove to be just what they needed to invalidate most of our effort, as our entire team would get wiped out and had to go back to the drawing board. The defenders... yeah, that timing is really poor on that. Bypass that roadblock to stop our advance. Their Genji's... That's almost perfect, actually. That's why it looked a little bit earlier. Their Genji... Hold up. Their Genji... Oh, we're almost there. It's like 1 frame off. Their Genji... Hold up. Their Genji... Was it 2 frames? Hold up. Hold up. Their Genji... Bro! Their Genji... I swear, I'm about to just lose it. How many more frames do you want? Their Genji... Oh, is it the other way around? Hold up. I'm an idiot. Their Genji's now... I'm an idiot. That's the wrong way around with the frames. Their Genji's now... Have you had a KFC original burger? If I had, like, a burger at KFC, yes. If KFC original burger is, like, a new series of burgers they have, then no. I haven't been at KFC in, like, forever. As a Mercy myself, Mercy is less about what she does. You have to be the team leader, calling out shots and being... Oh, yeah, can miss me with that, dude. I'm not here to babysit a bunch of quick players. I'm fine. Stop our advance. Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove to be just what they needed to invalidate most of our effort, as our entire team would get wiped out and had to go back to the drawing board. The defenders have... It's still very poorly timed, now that I think about it. While my Hammond's minefield perfectly made use of the space I had created to deny entry to the payload, it only took one player being able to bypass that roadblock to stop our advance. Their Genji's Nano... Hold up. Their Genji's... Stop our advance. Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove to be just what they needed to invalidate most of our effort, as our entire team would get wiped out and had to go back to the drawing board. The defenders have... I'm not happy about that. Yo, Lauren! Thank you so much for your €10 super chat. Super appreciate, man. Thank you. Always here with the clutch super chats, man. Is there a difference between like stickers and super chat? I wonder. Anyway, thank you so much for your 10. I appreciate it. There it is. A little bit delayed, but thank you. Thank you, thank you. Have you never had a freeze? What the heck are you talking about? I kind of like Brig and I play calm. Well, there you go. There's one. $1 frozen Pepsi in Aussie. Very good. You can also get Mountain Dew flavor. What? Y'all kind of cracked over there, huh? That's some, like, some stuff I never heard of. Go. So this needs to cut right around here. It's essential, like. Back to the drawing board. The defenders have 6. That's like that's such a douchebag cut. I love it. It's like as it was reloading. Let's see. Advance. They're Genji. Ooh, almost perfect. And they're Genji's. Aligning this is like going the transition from slow. They're Genji from slow-mo to not is always super annoying. I hate doing that. Bands. They're Genji. I never know which direction to go. They're Genji. They're Genji's. And they're Genji's now. Dude, I literally don't know what the problem is right now. They're Genji's now. They're Genji's. It's always so bumpy, and I don't know if it's like too much or too little. They're Genji's. They're Genji. Anyone get tired of listening to my voice, by the way? I have to listen to myself say the same things over and over again. Bands. They're Genji's. Oh, we're getting there. They're Genji's. Poggers. They're Genji's now. Oh, we got it. It's perfect. Nice. When will they buff Zen? Maybe next week or maybe after the event. Eliminated. While my Hammond's minefield perfectly made use of the space I had created to deny entry to the payload, it only took one player being able to bypass that roadblock to stop our advance. Their Genji's Nanoblade would prove to be just what they needed to invalidate most of our effort, as our entire team would get wiped out and had to go back to the drawing board. The defense. By the way, there's better ways of doing this than what I'm doing with the transition between slow-mo and not slow-mo. It's just I'm stupid. That's why I'm not doing it. FYI. No. Fair warning. Had to go back to the drawing board. The defenders have successfully taken control of the cart with a clean wipe, allowing them to position however they desired. Coming up with a plan of attack now would certainly not be easy, but we were determined to take back what was rightfully ours. Coming up with a plan of attack now would certainly not be easy, but we were determined to take back what was rightfully ours. It's like a fly in my face. Jesus. It's kind of soothing. Only teach your own, I guess, huh? Mora's only significant problem is that she's a support with pure DPS ability while having no utility. I also think Moira's problem is the fact that people really like crying when they die to supports. What? Did he just say that? What? Now I know why editing takes so long. This looks like a lot of work to do. It is a lot of work, yes. Do take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not the fastest editor in the world. There's people that can do much more complicated things than me, much quicker than me. So, that's that. How are you made? I'm really hot. I hope wherever you guys live, I hope you're not suffering in this heat wave, because I'm suffering. And I have to turn off my AC when I stream, because my PC is in a tiny room. So if I have the door closed while the AC is on, I create a vacuum that blows the seal off, at which point the hot air gets inside anyway. Destroys the... It's a long story. Listen, I can't have my AC on while I'm streaming. It sucks. So I got my fan now. So there's... What's your favorite Overwatch League player? Jay Jonak! I love SVB as well. CBLB is great. I love a lot of the guys from NYXL, to be honest. Like, from everything I've seen on stage and like the behind the scenes, the NYXL guys seem really, really cool. SBB, hashtag married man meta. Dude, that season 1 got me hard. For real, dude. So emotional. After having tasted defeat by the hands of the enemy Genji, our can I do a sneaky little thing here is the question. Do you have Hungry Jacks or do you call that Burger King? We have Burger King, yes. It's kind of hot in the UK. It's really hot in a lot of places in Europe, yeah. Is it summer in Germany? Yeah, apparently we got like, you know, the delayed summer, huh? It's been over 30 degrees every day, and I live in the north. We don't mess with those kind of temperatures, so it's not fun. When Orisa Doom Moira released, they weren't such a cause for complaint, but now they're constantly complained about. Curious what changed? No, people always say that. I mean, Orisa was underpowered as heck when she initially released. Like, she was really weak. Nobody played her. Bliss wanted her to be an anchor tank, but she was just garbage. So nobody played her. That's why nobody complained. Doomfist was also underpowered and buggy as hell. What was the other character you said? Moira? I think people were just excited that there was a new support, to be honest. So, yeah, Doomfist was buggy and broken. It was buggy, broken, and underpowered. Orisa was complete garbage. And Moira was like the first new support that people were excited for. After having tasted defeat by the hands of the enemy Genji, our team decided that the best plan of attack was to mimic what already worked for the opposition. A swift counterattack was in order as Rodan... Save your work, kids. It's really important to save your work as often as possible. Because if you lose power, or if your program crashes, or if your PC freezes up, losing your progress really sucks. A swift counterattack was in order as Rodan dashed... A swift counterattack was in order as Rodan dashed up into the sky. Rodan dashed up into the sky, ready to deliver bloody vengeance. Okay, I'm gonna have to see what I want to do with those. I'm pretty sure I have a no UI version of that. Oh, that elimination that we had yet to find solution. That misplay left. I do have a no UI version of that. 30 degrees to me is like nothing in summer, so it's like constant 38 every day for 3 months. Yeah, because that's always the thing, like, it's always dependent on where you live, right? So, genetically, people that have a gene pool that's, you know, more used to the cold weather, they struggle when it suddenly gets hot, and vice versa very often. A swift counterattack was in order as Rodan dashed up into the sky, ready to deliver bloody vengeance. Oh, let me stop you right here. Well, where is... Here it is. Well, let me stop you right here. While some of you might assume that a simple Dragon Blade will be enough to reclaim the payload, I can't help but highlight the fact that Rodan decided to engage this team fight using his ultimate. The fact that... I don't know why this is funny to me, but it is. I'm Canadian, I'm not used to anything above -10, yeah. Honestly, for me, anything above 20 starts to get uncomfortable. Ideal temperature for me is like 11 degrees. That's where I feel the most comfortable, personally. Do you have Go Buckets? No, we don't have Go Buckets. Assume everything that feels exclusive to Australia, we don't have. Because it's exclusive to Australia. It's funny because my birthday is in summer, but I'm totally not a summer person. Like, I absolutely despise the summer. I love winter. I love snow, although we haven't had snow in a while. I love cold weather. I love the whole, like, aesthetic of winter. Summer is just miserable. Bugs and crawly things everywhere. Being sticky and sweaty, getting sunburned. Oh, God, I hate summer. I really do. Literally everything down under is only down under. There you go. That's it. I've not... Literally everything, every single thing that you ask me, if I have that or if I know that, it's been a no. So just assume I don't know any of these. Yeah, it is very unusually hot. It's, you know, it's bad when your local weather, what do they call it again? Weather administration, I think? Or like your local weather people, their warning for this heat wave was just, warning, heat. Because we're super not used to it being hot here. So, that's where we're at right now. It's from KFC, a little bucket full of chips and popcorn chicken that goes in your car cup holder. I don't even know if we have popcorn chicken. I don't remember it being there, but I also haven't been at KFC in years, so... You don't know anything, Jon Snow. What editing software do you have? Well, funny you ask, Pizza Rolls. I'm using Sony Vegas Pro 14, but let me hit you with that fat promotion here. I started off with Sony Vegas Lite, which is called Movie Studio Platinum. And there's currently a promotion going on that if you're interested, just listen to what Past Me has to say. Hey, do you want to make videos like me? Well, you're in luck because my partner Humble Bundle is currently offering a bundle filled with audio and video editing software to get you started. They're even offering an updated version of the editing software that I started off with right here on this channel. And the best thing? You can choose where your money goes. So even if you can't stand my face, you can make sure that your money ends up where it makes a difference. So what are you waiting for? Check out my affiliate link in the description below and get editing. Yeah, what are you waiting for? Get editing. Sorry about that. I want some opinions on that ad, to be honest. It's like 25 seconds at the start, I think. The thing is, every time Humble Bundle has a software bundle for editing software, people are always like, ah, bummer, I missed out on it. So I always try to make sure that my audience knows this is a promotion that's currently happening. Because I feel like there's a lot of people in the audience that's interested in getting their feet wet with editing. So there's that. One of the major problems with Northern Europe is the fact that the houses are built for the colder weather because they keep heat in, so it's getting very hot lately. Yeah, they do become, that's true. Especially because I live in, at the top floor of my apartment, so it's like the sun is just like hammering down on the tar roof, black tar, and it just absorbs all the heat, and if I didn't have an AC, like a mobile AC in it, I would actually just bake right now, so... Should professional voiceover? Nah, man. I feel like my voiceovers have gotten better over the years, even over the last like 8 months. But the professional voice actors, massive kudos. I wish, here's the wish list, bro. I wish that Skillshare sponsored me, so I could get free access to that platform and take voice acting classes. Because I would love to get better at doing voiceovers and voice acting in general, because it's fun, and I know I'm doing it improperly. I have no training, and my voice is always super, like, beat up afterwards. So I want to learn how to, like, avoid that and how to do the things I want to do because I got very poor control of my voice. I'm a support man, and it's really annoying when a DPS player screams at your voice chat for no reason. Literally every game, yeah. My internet is shitting. Better yo, what's up, Echo? Feels bad, man, for your internet, dude. Oh, no, 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 the internet, dude. At least, I don't know about you, but my router was overheating. I have to point a desk fan at my router so it doesn't overheat. Because it's like 33 degrees right now, dude. So yeah, I know, maybe check your router. Maybe it's also really hot where you live and it's overheating. That's what gave me 1,000 ping, I think. Do you have shaker fries? No, Etangus, we do not have shaker fries. Open a Fiverr and do voiceovers? I would if I was good at doing voiceovers. Like, unironically, I would offer that. I mean, the problem is with doing that, you would actually have to say anything people give you money for. And I wouldn't be like, you know, them making me say really embarrassing stuff or whatever. Or even, you know, outright racist maybe. That's just, I don't know. Fiverr is kind of, you know, an art space to me still. I haven't really looked into that. That's that. I hate Americans on Overwatch because I start talking. If they find I'm Canadian, they make me say about and make fun of me because of them. It sounds like a boot. That's so specific. It's like, I hate Americans in Overwatch because of that specific thing they make me say. I'm sorry. Apparently saying is like a Canadian thing. Never knew that. That's like a squarely North American meme that I never knew. It's just a noise, you know. Premiere Pro is better, I think. Your opinion? I dabbled in Premiere, and my problem with it is, first off, I hate the subscription-based thing, the constant updates. With Vegas, you just buy it, bam, you have it, and it just works most of the time. I hate paying a subscription for my software. I hate always having to be online for it. And the main problem as far as editing is concerned is that Premiere, I make very simple edits. All of this is very, very simple. And simple things are more complicated in Premiere, but complicated things are easier. So if I was making very intricate edits, I would probably, you know, make the jump to Premiere. But because everything I do is so simplistic, I'm perfectly fine with using Vegas and have the convenience of not having to have a subscription. to their song. Go Canadian boy, go. We got a couple Twitch follows over here. Jose and I don't know how to say the name, but thanks for the follows on Twitch. I don't know if that's YouTube subs or it says follow. I assume it's a Twitch follow. It all just shows up in my Streamlabs OBS. I don't know why. It'd be like that sometimes. I was playing 250 ping and it sometimes goes up to 400 because I live in 9,200. Wait, 9,200 kilometers away from the closest server with people? Bruh. Feels bad, man. Played using his ultimate. The fact that this was how the fight... See, now this is where this is gonna be irrelevant. The fact... Hold up. No. It's too soon. That's one thing I learned playing DPS, is using your ultimate, thinking you can get a 6k when your team is not engaged yet, is like the worst thing you can do. Because like everybody's gonna look at you and you specifically. Wrong team, by the way. So it's like, again, just like, I'll carry this team. I'll get a 6k from my Dragon Blade. It's like, literally every cooldown under the sun still available. And he's hit by every single cooldown. Using his ultimate. The fact that this was how the fight started also meant that every single player on the enemy team had access to every single one of their cooldowns. Just like, look at all these ultimates available, right? Like, there's Bob, there's mine, there's Shatter. It's like, he's about to be hit by every single one of those. Spoiler alert. Cooldowns. As such, Rodin's attempt of bringing honor to the attacking team will be met by more than just one Uno reverse card, utterly obliterating him at any chance of getting a kill. That's so funny to me, dude. They actually used 3 ultimates against a Naked Blade. As such, Rodin's attempt of bringing honor to the Sleep Dart Minefield, the attacking team will be met by more than just one. There's a charge. And she also sent Bob out. I think you can see that another shot I don't have right now. Uno reverse card, utterly obliterating him at any chance of getting a kill. Dude, poor Genji, man. I got 6-game competitive with Junkrat today. Poggers. People hate playing against Junkrat, but I haven't seen a 6K in a while. I'm pretty sure my first 6K was on Junkrat, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember that well. Why does Overwatch look so fun when you play it? Well, if you saw me stream, you'd know that all this is just a facade. Now, the thing is, I always try to make it look really fun, like as fun as possible. Because I want to promote the positivity. And the reality of it is that Overwatch is still fun, but, you know, anyone that says, hey, you know, I get really frustrated playing Overwatch, completely fair, because there's a lot of frustrating mechanics in this game. So, I get frustrated with Overwatch. No doubt. Like, if you ever saw me on Twitch, you would know that I definitely got frustrated playing Overwatch. I do get frustrated more with myself, to be honest, because I hate feeling like people waste their time watching my stream. So if I'm just horrible, and like my gameplay is bad, and I can't get anything entertaining out of it, and I just misplay all the time, and I can't get a single match that's like, you know, has any entertainment value, then I get really angry at myself, and, you know, I stop blaming the game. A kill. That misplay left the rest of us in a very awkward spot as we scrambled to get out and tried to attempt a quick reset. But the blue team was very persistent in their effort of taking me out, and broken character or not, there was no chance for me to arrive at the safety of my spawn room. Do I take this clip all the way? My spawn room. Oh, seconds. Let's see. Set. But the blue team was very. Does that work out? Hold up. Reset. Set. But the blue team was very persistent in their effort of taking me out, and broken character or not, there was no chance for me to arrive at the safety of my spawn room. It is now that I notice I've really overused that backwards camera shot. It's like 3 times in the first 7 minutes of the video. Jesus, what was I doing? Haha, that reminds me of someone. I wonder who. Least favorite hero? Probably Doomfist. Yeah. Gotta go, have a good one, guys. Hey, Rona, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a nice day. Always good to see you guys. There was no chance for me to arrive at the safety of my spawn room. Our second support decided to tuck tail, creating even more problems that we had yet to find solutions for. Traitor. I can't even complain about people leaving games, because, like, I leave games all the time. Spoiler alert. Our second support decided to tuck tail, creating even... For me to be able to make videos on new maps all the time, and not just have, here's 6 episodes in a row on, let's say, I don't know, Volskaya Industries. I have to leave a lot of games to make that happen, so... There's that. So if I ever left a game that you're in, I apologize, but I gotta get the content. I'm sorry. My spawn room. Our second support decided to tuck tail. Room. Our second support decided to tuck tail, creating even more problems that we had yet to find solutions for. Thankfully, the defenders began to get overzealous, allowing my respawning. Sounds like I get confused where I'm at as far as my clips are concerned. Here we go, McCree. Oh yeah, Echo, you're not modded. Hold up. Why didn't I mod you? I hope I added the right person. Echo Flex is now a moderator on your channel. There we go. Overzealous 5-head, nice vocab. Thank you. Widow's easier than Doom. I always find it funny when people argue like which characters are more difficult than others, because like all the characters are designed to be like accessible. And if you find Widow easier than Doom, or if you find Doom easier than Widow, that's entirely dependent on your own skill sets. It's just easier for some people. Oh, second support. Fully, the defenders. Reinhardt for getting a little too. Solutions for. Thankfully, the defenders began to get overzealous, allowing my respawning teammates to punish the enemy Reinhardt for getting a little too aggressive. Even without a second. There we go. Where is me respawning? I really hope we get to, like, my favorite part of this entire video. Which, like, I'm using some really epic background music. Like, oh my god, I love the twist in this video, by the way. Yeah, you have to watch it when it's done, because it's weird to say, being like, oh, I really like my own videos, by the way. It's like, you know, it's like a very egotistical thing to say, but I'm really proud of, like, the last few videos I've made, to be honest. Least favorite map? I dislike more maps than I like in this game, frankly. I wish I could just play King's Row 24/7. Doom, you need to play around cooldowns, and he's much more easily countered than Widow. Doesn't that depend on who you play against? If you play against the, I don't know, Sombra main, then Doomfist probably gets cucked. If you play against a Reddit Lucio, or a Genji, or another Widow, then Widow gets cooked. It's all relative. We're getting a little too aggressive. Even without a second support, we couldn't allow that elimination to go to waste, so whatever was left of our team marched on forward to butt heads with the defenders once again. Hammond and Winston would die again. So the reason I'm cutting this is because I don't like how the ultimate flashes in the very last frame. It looks a little jarring. So I'm just cutting this and extending it on the other side. Go to waste, so whatever was left of our team marched on forward to butt heads with the defenders once again. Hammond and Winston would dive into the enemy backline for a combo Goomba. The Goomba stomp. That's right. I remember. What hero is the most annoying as a teammate? Yeah, I'll say Bull, but you forget that Mei exists. She can literally lock you in spawn. Actually, I agree, Bull, honestly. Because, like, Bull, a bad Bull player can literally just, like, feed ultimate charge. Like, so much ultimate charge. Hammond and Winston would dive into the enemy backline. Actually also get rid of their Genji. Hammond and Winston would dive into the enemy backline for a combo Goomba stomp on the opposing Ana, and eventually also get rid of their Genji. Meanwhile, the payload... Yeah. The second support, we couldn't allow that elimination to go to waste. So whatever was left of our team marched elimination to go to waste, so whatever was left of our team marched on forward to butt heads with the defenders once again. Hammond and Winston would dive into the enemy backline for a combo Goomba stomp on the opposing Ana, and eventually also get rid of their Genji. Meanwhile, the payload, I could acquire my ultimate by It's my time to shine. Let's go. Actual peeling support PogChamp. Meanwhile, the payload, I could acquire my ultimate by peeling for our McCree, and of course I smashed that Q button immediately to join my front line and ensure that we finally captured this first point. Realizing what he was up against, the enemy Reinhardt barely even put up a fight to stop me. Now here's the Ashe. The Reinhardt gave up, but the Ashe didn't. Don't let your memes be dreams, or the other way around. Either way. Here we go. It's the shot I need and the shot I need. Bloop. Gnome the Ashe player, on the other hand, had still some fight in them left, lining up a shot to take me out. Some fight in them left, lining up a shot to take me. Gnome the Ashe player, on the other hand, had still some fight in them left, lining up a shot to take me out, but up. Surprise. Me out, but obviously was not aware of the fact that my McCree was still alive and well on the payload. At last. It's just kind of funny. She's like sweating bullets over here trying to do plays. McCree just casually rolling up on the payload. It's so funny to me. I love that. Ilias Ruins is your favorite? That's interesting. Isn't that like super Widow heavy? Payload. At last, we would finally be able to claim the first checkpoint, but what awaited us on the other side was even more hardship. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, let me click here. Bruh. Bruh, why doesn't it let me click? Oh, okay. I guess. Does anyone else feel like their brain is slower when they're like, when it's so hot? Because it's kind of like you being baked. Just like, all your functions deteriorate. Trap. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At that point, I was just a dead. I was being a team player, chat. Don't worry about it. Even more hardship. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at that point I was just a designated payload bodyguard. All I really did was occasionally whip-shotting the odd enemy tank to get my Inspire going, while the rest of my team was out there doing just work. Habits had successfully tickled. Okay. I think there was some start I didn't like with her hand. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at that point I was just at that point, I was just a designated payload bodyguard. All I really did was occasionally whip-shotting the odd enemy tank to get my Inspire going. Alrighty. We're getting close to, like, this super pog moment, by the way. I'm super looking forward to seeing how you guys feel about it. Do you have Super Dupers? No, Etangus, we do not have Super Duper. I don't know what that is. You have to stop asking me that. No, we do not have any of these things. I just love how y'all are talking about balance in chat right now, because I got nothing to say. It's like, oh yeah, balance is the thing in this game, I guess. Habits had successfully tickled the enemy Genji into an early grave before... Hold up. Habits had successfully tickled the enemy Genji into an early grave before Primal Raging, and when he got hit by a sleep dart, Hammond was tag team. I'm wondering if Habits and whatever the Hammond's name was, if they were in a duo, because they were like really coordinated. Hammond was tag teaming in to keep the enemies busy. It was quite the thing. After all, I'm a support player at heart. Enemies busy. It was quite the thing of beauty in watching this tank duo engage and disengage, forcing crucial CDs and even ultimates out the opposition, despite the fact that both of their supports were nowhere near them. That's looking very cool, I like that. No country wants Australia's weird stuff. That's kind of funny to me. I'll allow that message. I don't know. I want to see them fix Zenyatta's hitbox and just see what that does for him before even thinking about buffing him. Imagine, like, if Zen didn't have shields, but he just had the regen ability from Mercy, he already wouldn't get deleted by Sombra. Just think about that. For some reason, Mercy is the one character that breaks the rules of the game, and it's like, yeah, so shields regen, HP doesn't, except when you're Mercy, because you have a passive for it. You know what I'm saying? Or you could make the argument, yo, he's a robot, just give him armor, but I don't know about that. Because damage mitigation is strong, and Winston already has a hard time dueling Zenyatta if the Zenyatta is good. So if you gave him armor and Winston does even less damage to him, I feel like, you know, it's impossible to play him. Especially because Discord shreds if anyone focuses Winston. Position. Despite the fact that both of their supports were nowhere near them. Eventually I decided that I wanted to join in. I did want to join in on the fun. You're right past me. It was... supports were nowhere near them. Eventually I decided that I wanted to join in on the fun, and it was in that moment that Eventually I decided that I wanted to join in on the fun, and it was in that moment that Archetype dropped onto the payload with a minefield, eliminating my poor... Hold up. It's a little too zoom. No, I feel like it's fine. Is it gonna be fine? I'm not entirely sure. Eliminating my poor Ana while also falling himself. The lack of healing had eventually caught up to my tanks as well, meaning that the only survivors were my McCree and yours truly. The lack of healing had eventually caught up to my tanks as well, meaning that the only survivors were he gets on the emote crip walks. Can you imagine if he got HP back every time he reloads? Just spam reload for heal? What if Zen had a mobility passive that lets him get on high ground? No, it's lame. It's like, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad, and the reason that Zenyatta is allowed to have, like, deal that much damage is because he doesn't have mobility. They could work on something where, you know, he isn't quite as easy to kill, i.e. his hitbox. But if you start filling out his weak points, you're gonna create another Hanzo, where, you know, Hanzo was... he had wall climb, sure, but his lack of mobility made him very diveable. Now they gave him consistent damage with a spam arrow, and they gave him the double jump thing, so now he's, like, way harder to dive, and that's just really asinine to play against. And I don't want Zenyatta to become that. Which they are actively doing right now. They just make it so Zen does more damage, so everybody hates playing against Zenyatta, but it doesn't change anything about, like, why he's impossible to play right now, so... I don't know, I feel like they really missed the mark on this. For my McCree... For my McCree... And yours truly. The enemy Reinhardt was... off, I'm just like jumping into frame. And yours truly. The enemy Reinhardt was determined to send 2 harmony orbs? Nah. How would you, like, juggle that? That just adds to healing creep as well, which I'm not a fan of. No, that has to be trade-offs, right? Like, Zenyatta has the damage output of a DPS, even more than some DPS. So you can't just be like, alright, you get to do a lot of DPS and have more healing, you know? That's just bad design, in my opinion. How much every ammo gets used before heal reloads, so much it heals? I don't know. I was going to play Overwatch and I saw Cliff was live. Hey, what's up? I hope I'm not stopping you from doing something that's more exciting than this. I know, I feel like what y'all are suggesting is like the new generation Overwatch approach of like just make everything overpowered because everything else is overpowered. And I don't like that. Because frankly speaking, I don't enjoy playing overpowered characters. So I don't want Zen to be overpowered, because then he's going to be really boring to play. It's like Ana. I love playing Ana, but in triple tank, where you just like, you hold mouse 1 to heal your triple tank, occasionally hit a nano boost. Super boring. So Ana was my favorite hero to play, and then I was like, I don't want to play Ana anymore in Season 3, because it's just boring. Realizing an action. So I don't want the same to happen to Zen. So, you know, I mean, that's a lot of you guys are just way smarter than me when it comes to like bouncing stuff, so respect to you at least trying to come up with ideas, but to me personally, I feel like all these things sound like you're trying to make him broken, and I really don't want him to be broken. The enemy Reinhardt was determined to send every last attacker back to the spawn room, going as far as to not only charge my McCree, but even solo ult him. It is in moments like... Alright boys, it's time for the heroism, are you ready? It's gonna be like my favorite. Stepping around today, nano... Like, actually one of my favorite moments, if not the favorite moment. It is in moments like these that your body moves before you can even think. One of my teammates was in trouble and I was the only one around who could still save him. As a spur of the moment... Okay. Let's see. As a spur of the moment reaction, I tossed my healing pack before rolling out towards them and making sure that my whip shot strikes true to deny the killing blow. This may have been the This may have... Again, there's like this flashing light from the fire strike towards the end. I do not like that. This may have been the blow. Man, some of these rigs are kind of crazy. You slow down the footage. As a spur of the moment reaction, I tossed him a healing pack before rolling out towards them and making sure that my whip shot strikes true to deny the killing blow. This may have been the... Watch him release an arcade classic heroes game mode and it becomes more popular than comp. Dude, the other week, I did a gameplay stream on YouTube. And, dude, first off, crazy stream. We had like, I think we peaked at 140 viewers. It was really crazy. And we had the community join in on a custom game where we disabled every single DLC character except for Ana. Even without any like balance changes, just disabling DLC characters made the game so much more fun. I'm just putting out there, like, we were having a great time on the stream. Like, seriously. Solo ultim. It is in moments like these. It is in moments like these that your body moves before you can even think. One of my teammates was in trouble and I was the only one around who could still save him. As... Where is my McCree's POV? A broken character. The enemy hamster continued to... Hold up. Deny the killing blow. Wait a second. Solo ultim. It is in moments like these that your body moves before you can even think. One of my teammates was in trouble and I was... Crap. He's the wrong one. Only charge my McCree, but even solo ultim. It is in moments like these that your body moves before you can even think. One of my teammates was in trouble and I was the only one around who could still save him. As a spur of the moment reaction, I tossed him a healing pack before rolling out towards them and making sure that my whip shot strikes true to deny the killing blow. This may have been the... Stepping around today to push... I think I prefer this shot. Blow. This may have been the closest save I have ever pulled off, and I realized that more than wanting to annoy the enemies, I really just wanted to help my team. After all, I'm a support. Okay. Blow. This may have been the closest save I have ever pulled off, and I realized that more than wanting to annoy the enemies, I really just wanted to help my team. After all, I'm a support player at heart. It wasn't true though. True past myself. Increased attack speed. The thing is, if you increase his attack speed so that he can deal with characters like Doomfist, who, you know, get shields as they damage you, then he's also inadvertently going to become much more lethal against tanks. And tanks already have a really hard time playing against Zenyatta when Zenyatta's not countered. So every time I play Zenyatta, and I don't have to play against Sigma. And the enemy, for some inexplicable reason, decide to not focus me or not counter me. The tanks are not having fun done. It's just straight up like Discord Orb, and then your entire team just smashing into them. Tanks just don't live. So if he increases attack speed so he can deal with flankers, he's also going to be shredding tanks, which they don't deserve that. So, honestly. What's the problem with DLC characters? Power creep is the problem. Their kits are stuffed full with utility and damage and mobility, and that makes a lot of the vanilla heroes look really, really bad by comparison. Just force Blizzard to press the nerf DPS for once button. The thing is that I don't know if it's like a DPS specific problem more than it's just a DLC specific problem. Because like it's not just, you know, Ashe is kind of stupid with her dynamite. She's like Widow on training wheels, has AoE mobility, spammable damage, high burst damage over range. There's also Sigma, who's like so obnoxious to play against with the shield and the Matrix. And then he even has CC, and then his ultimate takes 50% of your health. It's like, if you look at all these DLC characters, man, it's like a lot of vanilla heroes have like a couple abilities, and then you look at DLC characters, and they just have so many abilities in the kit. It's actually kind of crazy. So I feel like that's where the problem lies, more than being like, it's a DPS problem. Because frankly, a lot of DPS characters are also struggling. Like, a lot of DPS struggle against like double shield, for example. A lot of DPS struggle against Moira and Brig, so, you know. Dude, I love Nano Mercy. Whether I'm the Mercy in Mystery Heroes, or if I'm the Ana, Nano Mercy is always the answer. Yes, I did have Zinger Burger from KFC. Finally, a thing I've actually had. The first thing. They're great, I like them. I left Overwatch for 1.5 years, which was just before GOATS. I never got to play it. How was it for support main? Dude, I'm not going to speak for every support main. Personally, I like GOATS. I was not very vocal about it because everybody hated it. But for me as a Zenyatta player, just having my team around me at all times was probably one of the greatest metas ever. I loved playing everything in GOATS. I could play Zarya, I could play Reinhardt, I could play Lucio, Brig, Zenyatta. I'd be fine taking any role in GOATS and have fun, because the game was super, like, team-focused, right? You play with your team. There's no, like, stupid, oh, look, there's, like, Widowmaker flanking, or there's, like, Doomfist setting up some rollout, some, like, dumb solo stuff that I hate. It's like, Overwatch as a team game in GOATS was played like a team game, and I love that. Because, like, if I want to play some solo frag video game, I'm gonna go play Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? And all this, like, flanking BS is just really annoying, so. Especially when it comes, like, from the top ropes. It's like, well, you should have learned every rollout that Doomfist knows, then he's really easy to counter. LOL. Like, oh my god, you can miss me with that, dude. Booster. I love Booster. Buff just me as a player, leave everyone else the same, I just want to win. Exactly, yeah, Luke, Luke has it right. Just buff me specifically so I can make content, bro. Yeah, for Tracer main, GOATS was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I get that. The Brig, Orisa, and Sigma nerfs didn't go live, right? I was super scared. Not yet, no. My assumption is they're gonna wait until after the event, but maybe it's gonna be next Tuesday. I love GOATS because Sombra's meta. Yeah, a good Sombra could dismantle GOATS, that's true. I don't know if... Was Sombra useful against the first iteration of GOATS? Because I remember correctly, the first iteration of GOATS was like completely busted. But yeah, GOATS, like later in its lifespan, GOATS was really fun. Kind of like the first iteration of Dive was broken because of D.Va. Because D.Va could just like virtually infinitely hold down right click, eat all the damage, and then, you know, Winston would hold down left click, Tracer would hold down left click, Genji would hold down left click and dash, and people acted like that was the highest skill meta ever. But after they nerfed D.Va, Dive was like such a fun, super like coordinated composition. Again, like Dive towards the end of its lifespan was in its best state. The most fun and the healthiest for the game. It's just that it's been too long by then. People hated it because it was around for too long. Then they lost Dive. Brig was introduced like, hey, yo, listen, we want Dive back. It was too late, you know? We were crying about not liking Dive, and then they gave us Brig, and we regretted it. My friend forced me to try Valorant. Immediately saw they didn't have a hero like Mercy and cried for the rest. Yeah, Valorant is supposed to be more about gameplay. Briggs bash killed Sombra? Oh, true. That's true, yeah, I forgot. 1. Heroes too OP. 2. Destroy hero with nurse. 3. Buff hero too much. 4. Repeat. That's the Blizzard way. Did Blizzard say they wanted to get a fun-to-watch meta for the Overwatch League final? I don't know if they said that. I couldn't tell you. I haven't heard it, so that's that. Thoughts on pulled pork? I think pulled pork is great. I like it. Would Moira be more acceptable of a hero if the healing boosted damage rather than damage allowing healing? If the healing boosted damage, I don't know about that. I just don't think people hate Sombra based on history. You know, it's like no matter what they do to Moira, people are gonna hate her just because she's been, you know, hated for so long. I read a forum post today about a Mei player that kept getting bullied, and you know they were sharing the experience of like, you know, people tell me to kill myself, and they're really mean to me all the time. Like I don't do anything to anyone. I get teabagged and like, you know, yelled at all the time, and everyone hates me, and I just don't understand why. And I really felt for that person because when I made my Mei video, the same thing happened to me. Like I kid you not, if you play Mei, there's like a high probability of people telling you to kill yourself just because they don't like your hero. And that's unacceptable. That's actually the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And we as a community need to stand against that. And all the people that are in these chat rooms, they see that happening and they don't stand by the Mei player. You know, you're just as much scum, honestly. You should stand up for what is right. So, if you see somebody getting bullied, you know, whether verbally or in chat, about their hero choice, being told to kill themselves because they like playing a character, you should stand up for them, honestly. And definitely report that person. Report that person for abusive chat and hope they get banned. Because we don't need people like that in our community. That's ridiculous. You know, it's like, I don't like Mercy. Yeah, like, yes, I will go out of my way to, like, BM a Mercy when I kill her, especially when she runs at me with Vog. But I don't go like, F you, stupid Mercy. How dare you play that character? Stop playing this video game. Like, oh my god, what's wrong with you, bro? You know? It's just stupid. It's okay to have rivalries and, like, you know, have fun with BM and stuff like that. But if it gets so aggressive, you really have to just reevaluate your life. Like, Jesus Christ. I really despise Hanzo. If there's ever a Hanzo in the game, I switch to Lucian spawn kind of time. Dude, every time I try to do that, I get logged. Just like, oh, there's a random headshot. Just like that. I play Doom, so I'm hated. Yeah, but that's for good reason. It's just like, you have to acknowledge as a player, like, some people try to explain to that person, listen, don't take it personally. People just really hate your character because she's super obnoxious, right? That's the reality of it. If I play Brig, I get why people don't like playing against me, because Brig is really obnoxious to play against. I get that. But that doesn't mean it gives you the right to, like, send out death threats or whatever. That's ridiculous. No, I have not met Healthy Harold. I don't know who that is. Smash that report button. Heck yeah. That's never acceptable to act like that. It really isn't. I'm okay with people playing whatever character, but I'll still hate the character. I separate the player from the character. Exactly, yeah. It's like when I teabag somebody, unless it's an individual rivalry, I'm like teabagging the character. It's like I teabag Doomfist as often as I can, because screw Doomfist, you know? But that doesn't mean I'm like, screw you for playing Doomfist, hehehe. Get out of my game, hehe. You know, that kind of stuff. Some people don't understand the difference between banter and abuse. If I felt like somebody felt legitimately hurt by me teabagging them, I would actually stop teabagging them. If I had legitimate reason to believe that, you know, it genuinely upsets them. Which is hard to tell over text chat, granted. But I feel like as a person playing online video games, you should also understand that, you know, BM is meant to just be banter. If somebody's toxic, they're toxic. They're usually going to be vocal and chat about it. Just don't take it personally, honestly. You know, there's a difference between banter and toxicity, that's right. So, I feel like default calling teabagging toxic is kind of silly. It's just my opinion. Don't hate on anyone for playing any heroes, someone I mean Doomfist. Maybe there's one exception. Honestly, I probably hate Hammond as much as Doomfist, to be honest. They're just so obnoxious to play against. I play on Switch, so there's no chat and few voice cams, so I don't hear much stuff for playing worse characters. I mean, I don't know about Switch. I don't own one, so. Teabag Hanzos, it's law. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna stop breaking the law, so I guess I gotta do that now. At least he takes skill. That's a nice joke. Sometimes I go out of my way to teabag a Junkrat knowing his passive's gonna kill me, just to make a point. Doom is out of the meta, so it is how to get a good game with him. Try quick play. It's really easy in quick play. I just had to play against Doom and Bastion on defense, and I then asked who pissed in their breakfast to play that. Yeah, true. True. On stream, on Twitch. By the way, guys, if you want to see gameplay, follow me on Twitch. It's in the description below. Twitch.tv/CliffTerios. Thank you. Yeah, on stream, I was playing Sombra against a Hammond player. That Hammond player got so upset, he said some gamer words, bro, and I reported him, and I hope that he gets banned. Because he actually said some racist shit just because I played Sombra into his ball. And it's like, I just don't understand the delusion of being like, nobody should play Sombra. Sombra is stupid. Wait. Also, I play ball, everybody hates me, but I don't understand why everybody hates me. You know? So if you play a character that everybody hates, you should just understand everybody hates you because of the character. So I hate Doomfist and Nanoblade. As much as Chipsa complains about Widow, I'd rather play against a Widow than a Doomfist and Nanoblade. Damn, that's difficult. If you made me choose between Doomfist, Nanoblade, and Widow, oh, all these things are not very fun. I'm Warrior main, and she takes so much skill, I'll have you know. So much skill that my monitor turned off once. When it came back, I got in a kill on right click. Nice one, Greg. Luke Gregory, my bad. Good job, good. Alright. Also, Flash fan doesn't always kill Doomfist, because they can just spam shift and uppercut you into getting shields. Rocky Rolo, thank you so much for the follow on twitch.tv/CliffTerios. Thank you. So I start laying down ice walls. The people who teabag you when they kill you when you are out of cooldowns and you're super weak are annoying because they didn't deserve to teabag. That's the thing. You know, there's always the people that teabag for like stupid reasons, they always look stupid. So, you know they're stupid. They'll never understand that they're stupid. Just, live happily knowing that they're stupid. Just it'd be like that sometimes. I've had people teabag when they played like 3v1 against me, right? Like my team got wiped. They get like the last 2 damage off on me when their team almost killed me, and they start teabagging. So it's like, okay, you're just a clown then. You don't know what rivalries are. People hate Brig also. Break 45 damage per swing, 0.5 second stun on a 7-second cooldown, which you can only use if you have a shield, which easily breaks and has to be up close. Brig, actually, it's funny because characters that don't work in competitive play, like Junkrat, Echo, Pharah, are actually played in quick play a lot. So it's like in my process of trying to make a Brigade video, I actually had to switch off Brig often in quick play, because like I'm on a support slot, so I can't just switch to a hit scan like a McCree or Widowmaker to take out a Pharah. So if I start running into Pharmacy as Brig, I'm in quick play, I'm just kind of dead, because what makes Brig so broken is the coordination of GM players actually making use of that composition. And if they do run something funky, it's just getting countered like that. That doesn't usually happen in quick play. So to me, playing quick play, Brig is like a non-issue. To me, as a Zenyatta player, Brig is absolutely no issue. In fact, I'll show you a clip that perfectly demonstrates why I don't care about Brig. Give me a second here. It's from the intro that I didn't show you guys yet. Bum, 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 bum. I gotta find it. Here you go. Okay, so. No, of course, complaints. Oh, wow, my audio just broke completely. Hold on. Complaints of that nature are often coming from the competitive community and the fact that Brig has been a crucial part of the meta for a very, very long time. But much like a lot of you guys say that you don't care about Sombra and Doomfist as much as I do, personally, I don't actually hate Brig as much as the competitive community. As a Zenyatta main, provided my character was actually playable, I don't often have a very hard time dealing with the Shield Maiden. Even if she runs at me using her ultimate, a few well-placed orbs are usually enough to take her down. Naturally, like, look at this. I, as a Zenyatta player, shattered, getting out of shatter, start focusing Brig, Discord Orb, 3 headshots, she's gone. While she's using her ultimate. So it's like, even if she runs at me using her ultimate, a few well-placed orbs are usually enough to take her down. Now, when people ask me why I don't hate Brig, this clip. Literally this clip. Because it's just like, you know, if Zenyatta was viable, I feel like Brig wouldn't be that much of a problem. But he's not viable, so. I mean, the thing is, you know, I say that. Obviously, I don't have anything to back that up with. It's just a gut feeling. My gut feeling tells me if Zenyatta was viable, he would just crap all over Brig. But because he's complete garbage right now, yeah, Brig can run supreme. Moira's kind of hit scan. I mean, you know what? Fair argument. We can't aim like you. But the thing is, Zenyatta's, it's a projectile. It has a huge hitbox, so it's not even that hard to hit. You know what I'm saying? Also, you're not always gonna be in melee range of her. I'm only in melee range because I got shattered. So this is like an extreme situation. You can just like, as Zenyatta, usually you can poke a Brigitte into never engaging you. Like, she will usually be dead before she reaches melee range. And that's a 1v1 situation. If I was in a team situation, and I discord her, and my team attacks her, she would melt. Kind of like a Reinhardt, you know? Wait, what? I did some testing, and the Hanzo arrow shot between Tracer's legs and killed her. Uses Zen balls and Widow shots, and it didn't. I mean, Widow I understand, because it's hit scan. But projectiles have larger hitbox. So what you're trying to tell me is that Hanzo's arrows have a larger hitbox than Zenyatta's orbs? That's ridiculous. That should get nerfed. If anything should get nerfed, it's that. What do you think they would have to do to make Zen viable? Fix his hitbox. Fix his hitbox and see what that does. If he doesn't get instantly deleted anymore by half the hero roster, maybe he's gonna be viable. Maybe. Just like, all this buffing stuff is just like playing to power creep, as opposed to just fixing something that's very obviously broken. Like, do I have the screenshot of his hitbox? Yeah, here we go. This hitbox, bro. Source, Overwatch hitboxes for every hero by Karku. But let's also not forget that not every character has a hitbox the size of a moon. If you're trying to tell me this is fair, like, bro. Brother man Bill. Look at this. It's like 8 times the volume of his head is his head hitbox, bro. His hitbox far extends his, like, skinny body. And also, what should be gaps under his arm to help him survive is all hitbox. And here's the thing. Even if his hitbox was, like, true to size, he would still take a lot of damage from spread weapons because he's, like, in this weird sitting position. So this is already a bullet magnet, but now no pallets can miss because everything is hitbox. As opposed to some pallets missing here, but then hitting on the legs. This is ridiculous. This should not be in the game. Zenyatta is so bad because of his hitbox. Changed my mind. He has transcended. True. Looks like a fan Buddha. Oh yeah, old Pathfinder, dude. I don't remember when I played Apex. It's because Zen wears so many big hats and skins. So what? That's a terrible explanation. It's a horrible explanation. I'm pretty sure there are other characters. Like, wasn't that the Hanzo furry skin, where his head hitbox looked bigger because of the skin, but it wasn't? Like, you were trying to hit his head, but it was just a skin that you hit. It's like, why can't Zen have that? Whatever your explanation is, it's a bad explanation, because this shouldn't be in the game. This is the reason that he's unplayable, even in quick play. For real, on God, on a stack, bro. Baymax. It gives Zen a shield like a bastion. Oh my god. Can you imagine? And when you watch Andrew JRT, I watched his Zenyatta video. I really like the Zenyatta video. It's good content. He has the hitbox of a tank, bro. And like, the thing is, you know, you look just at the hitbox, it's just one variable, but on top of having a massive hitbox, he has no mobility, no sustainability, no soak, nothing. He actually has nothing. All he has is damage. We don't live in a fair world, chat. This is just not a fair world. It is in moments like these that your body moves before you can even think. One of my teammates was in trouble and I was the only one around who could still save him. As a spur of the moment reaction, I tossed him a healing pack before rolling out towards him and making sure that my whip shot strikes true to deny the killing blow. This may have been the closest save I have ever pulled off, and I realized that more than wanting to annoy the enemies, I really just wanted to help my team. After I think... Let's see. Blow. This may have been the closest save I have ever pulled off, and I realized that more than wanting to annoy the enemies, I really just wanted to help my team. After all, I'm a support player at heart. It was in that very moment that Let me think about this. After all, I'm a support player at heart. It was in that very moment that I knew I had to stop my crusade and get... It was in that very moment that I knew I had to stop my crusade and get back in touch with my roots. I cannot allow hatred to take over and turn me into what I hated the most. A DPS player. Dude, I swear somebody's gonna take offense to that. Do you take offense to that, DPS players in chat, if I say that? I don't want to turn into what I hate the most, a DPS player. Do you take offense to that, or do you just, you know, take it as a joke? I know I take jabs at you guys a lot, especially in this video. Make sure it doesn't come off as too hateful. Is it just a joke? A DPS player. Dude, Nah, yes. No, we don't. No worries. Alright. I agree, we are trash. I guess we can call that self-awareness? I don't know. A DPS player. Dude, I swear somebody's gonna take offense to that. Speaking of DPS players, it turned out that saving my... Here's about to be my favorite moment, chat. I hope you'll like this as much as I do. If you look at the shot, you already know what's happening. It's like Avenger style. Oh, amazing cinematography, dude. I'm so looking forward to seeing people's reactions to that when the video goes live. Like, seriously. Do you put chicken salt in your chips? What? This needs to stop. DPS players don't have souls. I'm a DPS support player, so I can say we are trash nice. Ugh, DPS players, am I right? I defend Zen's ass Reaper. Aaron, that's respectable. Does Echo make noise by just walking? I'm not sure. Making this support mold. If you are diamond or lower, you are bad at the video games. True. Here, that reminds me of that one tweet from your Overwatch. Let me just go on a tangent here real quick. So I love the guys from your Overwatch, by the way. I absolutely love them. I talked to Frito. Like, we had a podcast on the channel, podcast style episode on the channel. But when Frito said, like, somebody said, "Yo, listen, Brig is not good in Platinum because we don't have the coordination to make use of her being broken," and then Frito was like, "Yeah, but I, as a GM player, can make Brig work in Plat. Thusly, Brig is good in Plat." Okay, the argument is that a Plat player playing like a Plat player and against Plat players at the skill level of a Plat player cannot make use of Brig's broken kit. And your argument is that because a GM Smurf can, she's good in Plat. I'm like, what is that logic? Excuse me, what? It's like, yes, you're right. A Smurf can use any hero they like and still do well in Plat. Absolutely right. Yes. But if a Platinum player or a team of Platinum players cannot make use of a hero because they're not good enough, and that's just what it is. I just don't understand the logic, man. I was wheezing when I read that. I was just like, alright. It's always the Smurf argument. You know, it's like, you know, Elo Hell cannot exist because people do unranked to GM all the time. So that's not how that works, dude. I mean, Elo Hell is a stupid concept either way, but my point being that, yes, some heroes work better and worse in different ranks because people have different skill levels. That's just how it is. How would you feel if Zenyatta's hitbox was fakes? I would be just cheering to the heavens. I'd be just loving that, honestly. I just want to get this scene done and then get out. I don't know how long we've been streaming. It doesn't tell me. We're gonna keep going for a little bit. Don't worry about it. Because I want to finish the scene, but it's getting really warm in my room. So Elo Hell is Diamond. Yeah, Echo said the same thing. Oh, wait, did Echo say that? I think Echo said Diamond was Elo Hell, and then Masters was too easy. Do you call thongs something different in other places? I don't think so. Brig is not good in Plaid. Me when I was using Brig to get to Diamond. That's funny. I'm a casual. I don't have an opinion. You can have an opinion. Even as a casual, that's fine. I'm a person who plays all heroes, but as my most played hero being DPS, I agree. We are the worst people in the community. Can either be really good or trash. We're 90% trash. I mean, you said it, not me. There are more DPS players than other, meaning there are more bronze DPS than support tank. I wonder if that works out mathematically. I mainly play Widow Genji, but I play a lot of support, so I know the struggle. There you go. It's always good, you know, walking a few miles in somebody else's shoes. What if Zen was nerfed? I mean, honestly, maybe they should tone down his damage. You know? I wouldn't care if the buff that's on the experimental right now doesn't go live. I wouldn't be upset about that. Because, like, I don't think damage solves his problems. And I don't want him to become a victim of power creep. More than he already is. So, that's that. About 1 hour 45 minutes. I don't know where it says that. Because this new YouTube UI that they forced upon me is really good. Zen needs so much skill and game knowledge. Bap right-clicks to the ground, gets hit assault in 15 seconds. Zenyatta is mostly just game knowledge and decision-making, to be honest. Like, his projectile hitboxes are massive, so it's not like hitting things is a problem. And most of the time, you get your ultimate by hitting tanks, which are even easier to hit. So I don't think, mechanically, I don't think Zen is difficult at all. It's just that, you know, you need a little bit of, like, map knowledge, you need to know the heroes and, like, how to play around them. And it's mostly just positioning and decision-making. So it's like, if you can do that, you can play Zenyatta, even if your aim is not good. I mean, look at me! My aim is not good, and I can play Zenyatta. Master support player, but I'm horrendous at DPS. How do you click hits with hit scan? I physically cannot. I mean, maybe try playing projectile on them. It's just a specific place. Skill set. I think the issue now is that vanilla characters are having identity crises post several reworks. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mike. That's true. Because they try to buff them into DLC character territory. And they add more stuff to their kit, kind of like what they did with Symmetra. And yeah, they're like, alright, these characters get this and that, and you have to be able to compete in this new environment. I don't know that this is healthy, to be honest. I'd rather, I said that on Twitter, I'd rather they nerf 90% of the hero roster than buff a single more character. So, what's your favorite? Cliff, what's your favorite Cliff? Mount Rushmore? I don't know. Buddha Patrick behind the scenes. Hearing a Junkrat ult but not knowing where it is, or turning a corner, see a Rhine charging at you. The Rhine charging is hilarious, honestly. I can respect that. I can respect that. Alright, we gotta finish the scene. Speaking of DPS players, it turned out that saving my McCree was... Okay. Did I prep that? I prepped that. Okay, cool. Cool. Speaking of DPS players, crap, why am I having so much trouble with my... Speaking of DPS players, it turned out that saving my McCree was a worthwhile investment because he was more than... Hold up. than willing to repay the debt. The defenders... Dude, my micro today is just awful. Cannot make pinpoint mouse movements. Speaking of DPS players, it turned out that saving my McCree was a worthwhile investment because he was more than willing to repay the debt. The defenders were setting up yet another Nanoblade to make sure that our act of defiance would not go unpunished in an epic showdown of... The defenders were setting up yet another Nanoblade to make sure that our act of defiance would not go unpunished. Hold up. Do not spoil the result, yeah. Dude, that shot is so epic. Oh my god. Overwatch can create some amazing moments, like seriously. The defenders were setting up yet another nano... I need to redo this. I need to get like a UI-less one. The defenders were setting up yet another nanoblade to make sure that our act of defiance would not go unpunished. In an epic showdown of blade. In an epic showdown of blade versus bullet, it was now in my McCree's hands to either save our team and secure the second. Either save our team and secure the second point, or doom us all by collapsing under the pressure. Now here's the epic Avenger style shot. Oh man, I'm in love with that. By collapsing under the pressure. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to... Hold up. To stay in the game. Damn, it's actually too long. You're joking. 1.125. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted. 2.5. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. No, little bit faster, and then we'll be fine. 2.5. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. It's just kind of epic. Nobody knows. There's a mine protecting him, true. A hero can always break out of a tough... It does look so cool though, doesn't it? With like, you know, the mines around here, the Genji like dashing up and starting to glow, McCree glowing. I'm just so in love with this shot, I really am. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to recover... I actually need to know if he killed him, because I'm not sure. I was like, oh yeah, if I have to make it up, then yes, he killed him. Let's see. Where was that? Yeah, he did. You can see up here, the High Noon killed the McCree. So it was not the mine, FYI. No, I have not had a Tim Tam. It is an anime, true. I'm a tank player and I won 3 out of 5 placements, which landed me in high plat. I won 4 to 5 DPS matches, the 5th being a draw, and got low gold. It's always dependent on your performance. It's not just strictly win-loss, so don't worry about that. It's just, you know, if you get better, you get high ranks. Take the color away from the background. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. Nobody knows... I would have to pre-render that. I cannot get a... The replay is laggy because my PC is getting old, so... Yeah. If the channel magically somehow does really well, and my sponsorship goes through, I still need to get approved, I might actually be able to afford a new PC, which would be the most, like, pog thing ever. Because this PC is like 5 or 6 years old now. Has a 600 or 700k in it, and it's not happy. It's very not happy. A hero can always break hands to either save our team and secure... It has a bit of a High Noon look now, doesn't it? A bit more anyway. You missed the SR segment while my boss was in my ear. We'll have to wait to replay it later. Wait, what? DPS contribute almost nothing? I don't know about that. It's a little harsh, isn't it? Now in my McCree's hands to either save our team and secure the second point, or doom us all by collapsing under the pressure. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able... Bastion, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Rocket Roller, thanks as well. Wait, can I not choose the location? That kind of sucks. Man, the like default ones are just so obnoxious. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the. Nah, it's getting too much. It's getting too much. A hero can always break out of a tough spot, and our McCree would deliver the final blow that allowed us to stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to. Oh, the discussions around SR. Oh, I see. Honestly, I didn't have anything to contribute to that, so didn't hear me say anything. Just like occasionally be like, I don't know if that's factual. Us to stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to recover from another team wipe, but thanks to our McCree's act of heroism, we were able to come back even stronger and stop the defenders before they could crush our spirits. Our team had gone far beyond just stabilizing and actually. Let's see. Game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to recover from another team wipe, but thanks to our McCree's act of heroism, we were able to come back even stronger and stop the defenders before they could crush our spirits. Just like look in this corner at the Doomfist eating into their spawn before they could crush our spirits. That's just so funny to me. Before they could crush. He's like, yeet! Why is that so funny to me? Before they could crush our spirits. It's the funniest thing in this entire video. Holy crap. Oh my god. It's great. I heard Reaper is really good in low ranks because nobody turns around. I don't know if that's factual. It's just what I heard. Oh, I died here. Feels bad, man. Oh, was I not part of that spawn camp? I guess I wasn't, huh? Just me dying. Okay, so I guess we can approach this a little bit differently. It feels like a very lengthy shot for sure. Stay in the game. Nobody knows if we would have been able to recover from another team wipe, but thanks to our McCree's act of heroism, we were able to come back even stronger and stop the defenders before they could crush our spirits. Our team had gone far. Emily, thanks for the follow on twitch.tv/Terios. Thank you. Crush our spirits. Our team had gone far beyond just stabilizing and actually fully turned the momentum around. This time we weren't just looking towards that spawn, we were fully engaged in hugging the doors. But our role as gate. That like shot of the Reinhardt whizzing past the camera is also great. From like a cinematic perspective, there's a lot of shots in this video I really like. But also I've totally overused the backwards camera pan. Spawn, we were fully engaged in hugging the doors, but our role as gatekeepers will be put into question once the opposing McCree. Okay, if you want to know the end of the video, I guess you'll have to watch it when it's done. Today's Thursday, right? Okay. I'm planning to go to the gym tomorrow, but I'm not gonna let you hanging. I'll definitely try to finish this video, so you guys got a new Overwatch stories tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central European Summertime. It's gonna be this episode, obviously. Again, keep your eyes peeled. Probably next week, there's gonna be the first episode of the Sea of Tales. I'm really looking forward to you guys' response to this. Because I had a lot of fun playing this game. I had a lot of fun editing this and making this video. And honestly, I'm super happy with how this turned out as far as like, you know, beginning, middle, and end is concerned. I feel like this is worth a watch, even if you don't play Sea of Thieves. So I hope I get some responses on that. And also this Sunday, if everything goes right, I'm praying, it's gonna be a sponsored video of a completely unrelated game. That's super cool though. And yeah, if you wanna have that editing software thing, don't forget, link in the description. It's currently Humble Bundle for Sony, no, not Vegas. Sony, what was it called again? Crap, I keep forgetting. Movie Studio Platinum 16, which is the software that I started off with. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for hanging out. It's getting really hot, so I have to leave. Laurent, as always, thank you so much for your bi-weekly donation every time I stream. It's so much appreciated. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody. Thank you just for being here. Honestly, it's always so fun hanging out with you guys. I be looking forward to the content. And I really need an offline screen, but I also need to get out of this room because it's like an oven right now. I guess I'll play the intro music. Have fun with this. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Smash that like button.